Just now we left in which verse? 70 something.
74.
74. We completed up to 74?
No, it's 73 we completed.
Oh,
Just
no,
that.
now 74 or not. Okay, thank you. So verse 74 to verse 76, we're using the moon analogy for the 10 bhumis, like how from the first of the 15th day, how the moon, gradually progress until on the 15th become full moon. So Bodhisattva's bhumis are very much like that, but everything starts with small. So just as on the 14 days of waning, just a little bit of a moon is seen. Those aspiring to the supreme yana, Bodhisattva yana, will see the tiny bit of the Buddhakaya or the Dharmakaya. Just as when the waxing moon is seen more in every moment, those who have entered on the bhumis see the increase step by steps. So not just who enter into the Bodhisattva's path, even before, like many of us, just freshly meet the Dharma, and as long as you be mindful of the precepts and just try to uphold the precepts, starting from refuge precepts, lay precepts, like even just like precept of no killing, no stealing, no lying, no sexual misconduct, no intoxication, even though from the first day may not able to do in a great way, but then reducing. Of course, we don't kill human being, but then, and also intentionally, I think nobody kills, as someone already made the Dharma, even animals, but unintentionally, indirectly, cause life of animals, then find a way to reduce slowly, if you can do immediately, overcome, of course, wonderful, but even just one small step, it is so beneficial. So as I mentioned at the first day, everything has to relate to our today's time and how to take this teaching that can apply. So not just like talking a story about somebody, the story has to be yours, and create the new story, new journey on the path like that. No lying, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, etc. Like can you imagine, like killing, because of the direct, indirect killing, how many sentient beings suffer? And because of not observing just basic precepts of no sexual misconduct, how many diseases are there? How many emotionally, crash, harm, emotional in relationships? Then how many people suffer because of intoxication, like in today's world? How many people suffer because of drug? Now even in the younger age, so the primary school age, even become a problem. Then excessive drinking alcohol makes a huge problem also, So yeah, like that. Even someone drinking maybe 1 bottles of wine reduced to, like 1 glass, like that, and then slowly, and in the Himalayas, it's a great practice. These lay people, very much all of them, most of them drinks. So now at least start with those like auspicious Buddha's occasions and auspicious days within the month, like a 10, like a 30th, like a 8, or at least also at the starting of the month, then slowly they reduce. Then someday, they they travel to Bodh Gaya, make a commitment, and manage to overcome. Some they make a commitment to like His Holiness, or when you see your guru, you just say, okay, yeah, for your long life, for your good health and long life, I will stop. Let's say I will stop drinking, like that. For your long life, good health, at least once a month, I will make sure save one animal's life, like releasing, freeing them, etc., like that. So this is how. Just the moment it starts somewhere, then it grows. So on the 15th day of the waxing, eventually the moon is full. Just so, when the Bhumi's end is reached, the Dharmakaya full and clear. So here, the Nagarjuna is giving example of the development of the realization of the stages of the Bhumis resembling the waxing moon. Like initial aspiration is a tiny crescent. Just the first days, just take the Bodhisattva precepts. It's like a first crescent. Early booming, growing moon, like that. Completions of the 10 Bhumi, full moon, like this. So Dharmakaya, it becomes, this gradual kind of like increasing. Like the example moon is good. The moon is not something, it's like kind of like, it's like growing something. It's already there, the whole thing, just like manifesting. Then on the 15th, completely manifestations of the full. So Dharmakaya, Buddha is within us. So the progressing on the path, then it's just revealed, gradually and complete like that, So therefore, the Dharmakaya become increasingly manifest rather than newly created. Verse 77 to 87, now here talks about the 10 Bhumis. Having generated this mind truly through continuous firm aspiration for the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, irreversibly show time and again. So everything starts with the refuge, taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, as mentioned before. Without that, no basis to practice the Bodhisattva's precept. So 84,000 Dharma to be practiced through the basis of the three kind of precepts. Sutra and Tantra, the knowledge we learn from three baskets of teaching. The practice is very much either you can say three higher trainings, or you can say through the three kind of precepts: individual liberation precepts, Bodhisattva precepts, and Tantric precepts. As someone who have met Vajrayana, like Tibetan Buddhism is, based on the Vajrayana, means the complete teachings are there. And also from the Vajrayana point of view, Tantric point of view, or the Mahayana Bodhisattvayana, especially Vajrayana, Tantric teaching point of view, defining characteristic of precious human rebirth is the life that you have the potential to observe all the three vows, or the human life that observing all the three precepts, individual liberation precepts, Bodhisattva precepts, Tantric precepts, then regard your life is precious human rebirth, like that. General description is like 8 freedoms and 10 endowments in the language of Lamrim, that is mentioned in the initial stage of the small scopes and middle scopes path. So through the ground of darkness, so it's 78. Through the grounds of the darkness all relinquish, and the ground of the brightness firmly seize. It is ascertained right at this point. Therefore, it is designated the joy. So the joy. So there are 10 bhumis given different names. The first bhumi is given the name of joy. The reason is just said that through the ground of darkness all relinquish, and the ground of the brightness firmly seize, and it is ascertained right at this point. Therefore, you have like intense kind of rejoicing, or heart feels or so blissful because of seeing the meaning seeing the meaning that, okay, now finally kind of, literally that you're going to purify those limitations and progress on the Bodhisattva's journey. What been tainted through all times by the stains of the passion and so forth, and is pure now without stain, that is called the stainless one. So when you reach the second bhumi, so by then is delusional defilement. They first divide into gross and subtle. The gross also go two portions: the gross of the gross and the gross of the subtle. So you already purified gross of the gross in relation to the delusion, in relation to attachment, in relation to anger, in relation to doubt, etc. In relation to even the ignorant. The gross of the gross is purified. And now you start to manifest your continuum like a stainless. That's why I name as a stainless one. Once the afflictions web pulls back, stainless prajna brightly shines. This dispel all boundless darkness, and thus is called the illuminating. It's always gleams with the light so pure and is engulfed by the wisdom's shine, with all bastile beings fully dropped. Hence, this bhumi held to be the radiance. Very much the sign that appears to your mind, to your body, to your environment, and these different names are given to the different bhumis. Yeah, so since you have text, because my reading is very poor, so I think, so hope I'm not confusing instead of while I'm reading. It is Tsum, now how to read this one? It triumphs in science, sports, and arts and crafts, and full varieties of the samadhi's range, and over afflictions very hard to master. Thus, it is considered difficult to master. So, the five knowledges, five signs, they generally talks about, all this mentioned here. Even in that level, Bodhisattva level, even you realize emptiness, but still talks about, the specific highlighted qualities, in those stages, including in relation to those five signs. Then verse 83, the three kind of enlightenment, the gathering of all that excellent, arising, ceasing too, exhausted, this bhumi held to be the facing. Then verse 84, since it is ever playing with the web of light, that configurated, right? Configurated in the cycle and has crossed samsara's zombie pond, this level as gone after. Then being cared for by the Buddhas, having entered into the wisdom's ocean, being without effort and spontaneous by the herder of the Maras, it is immovable. Since those, verse 86, since those yogins have completed their discourses, teachings, Dharma, in all awareness, discriminating perfectly, this bhumi is considered excellent insight. Then 87, the kaya with this wisdom's nature, which is stainless, equal to the sky, hold the Dharma of the Buddhas. From it, the cloud of the Dharma forms. So this is the 10 bhumi. So just give a specific characteristic of each of the bhumi to illustrate more, more clear understanding. The first bhumi, why called joyous or joy? The darkness of ignorance is overcome, and the light of realization appears. So this doesn't mean that the ignorant is completely, clear from the root. That conceptually, the grossly, always obscuring, that's gone. It's almost like you did a, people who have a, cataract, did a cataract operation. The first layer and the second layer and fourth layer, like that. So first layer of it suddenly become as if like the darkness of ignorance is like purified, even though long way to go to purify from the root. The second bhumi is called stainless. The stainless of the ethical impurity are purified. So by then, yeah, so the ethical disciplines, become so perfect, uh, you know, so intact. That's why I call stainless, and compared to this, before, not as perfect. You see, even Arya Bodhisattva, even realize emptiness directly, uh, you know, still there's some kind of like such as like laziness can comes in your way, some kind of during the post meditation, some kind of desire may arises, some kind of agitation may arises, etc., etc. So third bhumi, illuminating, why call wisdom shine brightly and dispel darkness. That's the reason. Fourth bhumi is called radiance. Wisdom's brilliance grows stronger and conceptual bustle subsides. So only by then conceptual kind of conceptual disturbances, the dualistic disturbances subsides. So even in the post meditation, uh, they see dualistically. What say? They see the objects out there, but they don't see as a dualistic appearance. You see, they see it's very much like a your face in the mirror is there, but it's not there. Mm. Then the fifth bhumi is called difficult to master. The Bodhisattva master subtle afflictions and vast meditative observation gain because of that. Then sixth bhumi, facing direct realization of emptiness, mature. You see, already realize emptiness directly. The first moment already. This is now is six. It's almost like two steps to go. No, just one step to go to completely purify entire delusions. Mm? But then it's a direct realization of emptiness, very much fully matured. Means you get to a very forceful wisdom of emptiness. But wisdom of emptiness is same from the very beginning. Realizing lack of inherent existence directly. That's it. To seven phenomena. What makes this particular stage so special and so forceful, or almost now is almost ready to even purify the root of the delusions, and to carry some kind of greater power in the wisdom to even purify the defilements, is because of the strength of bodhicitta, strength of the merit that you accumulate during the post meditation. So therefore, like us, we do some meditations, but then it is okay. It is very good. It is necessary in between. Be busy being in the service of sentient being, being in the service of Dharma. Nothing wrong with that, because that requires only get into meditation, and the rest of the activities or accumulation merit is not happening, then you cannot progress. So this two has to balance, So seven bhumi, gone afar. The Bodhisattva gone far beyond ordinary dualistic experience. So ordinary dualistic experience, subtle still there. If subtle is still there, but very subtle, you see. But most of the time, is like fully aware. Like, even during post meditation, I would say they see directly everything like illusion alike. Mm. But let's say someone like just cause you a headache, you're Bodhisattva, but some problem maker comes in your way, then suddenly the Bodhisattva in the even the seven bhumi, suddenly start to lose the illusion of like it's like really the problem maker is right in front of me, that is possible, So, but very difficult, very difficult to trigger. Mm. Mm. So therefore, we have to train from now. We have to train from now to really to get to that level through the exercise of whenever our six senses engage with its object and get reminded through mindfulness is illusional like, The moment I see you is I'm seeing illusional like you, illusional like me talking to you, like that, Whenever you hear certain news, good news, I'm hearing illusional like good news, illusional like bad news, yeah, taste, feeling, thoughts. When anger arises, I'm arising illusional like anger. It's so helpful. You see, or suddenly inspiration arises. So I'm having, illusional like inspirations. So we need to exercise. So that's why in the Heart Sutra, you need to exercise this not only with illusional like me, that's not good enough. And this is also one of the limitations. Many spend so many years always like, like empty of self, illusional like person, but never really exercise with the rest of the phenomena. But Heart Sutra already guided, all the five aggregates, 12, constituents, including Four Noble Truth, including 12 lingual interdependent existence, everything, samsara, nirvana, everything comes in your way. It's like take opportunity to exercise illusional emptiness meditation. Then eight bhumi. You see, the seven bhumi, the Bodhisattva goes far beyond ordinary dualistic experience. Means by then, the seven bhumi Bodhisattva in a meditative equipoise. So these are all actually in relation to meditative equipoise. By then, entire delusions are overcome, but not completely purified. Overcome from the system. So there's not in the system, but not purified. So then, when reach eight bhumi, the first moment eight bhumi, immovable. During the seven bhumi, if you release, if you kind of come out of meditative equipoise before reaching the next level of the cessation, even though the delusion is subtle, it will come back. There's possibility of returning back. So you need to stay put in the same concentration until you achieve the eight bhumi. That's why I call immovable. Irreversible realization is attained. Means irreversible, no return. Now even you relax, the delusion-wise, nothing will arise in you. Even the subtle ignorance is already totally take the root out. So then nine bhumi, the excellent insight, perfect mastery of teaching and skillful means develop. Yeah. So that's the way that you master kind of similar quality to Buddha, even though you don't have the sameness, but it is so near. Now you start to perform quite similar like the Buddha, when whatever action you perform. And through skillful means, perfect mastery of teachings and skillful means. So when the nine bhumi bodhisattvas, to come to benefit sentient beings, is very much like the Buddha, but it's not Buddha. Very much the same, similar like Buddha. Then 10 bhumi, cloud of Dharma equal. The Bodhisattva showers Dharma on being like rain bearing clouds. uh, again, not Buddha yet, but is almost like 99.99% sane, like that, And there's not one moment of not engaging with the sentient being. There's not one moment, even in the meditative equipoise, not engaging with the sentient being, but still with effort. That's the difference. Once you reach Buddhahood, effortless. Ten Bhumi, similar like Buddha's job done, but with effort, with some degree of motivation, some degree of using skillful means to reach out to sentient being. So that's the only difference. But as far as concerned with the benefit that send out to the sentient being is like a cloud of showers, like that. That's why they give it like this. So verse 88 and then to verse 90, it talks about the Dharmakaya, the abode of the Buddha Dharma. So after that is what? Buddhahood, right? Then the Dharmakaya. After the 10 Bhumi, the last moment of 10 Bhumi, you purify the tendency of all limitations, which you can call as innate ignorance, you can call as obscuration to omniscience, you can also call as a defilement. Once you purify that, then you have no limitations. You have no limitations to see completeness, wholeness, spontaneously of the Dharmadhātu. It's a fully awakening state. And that Dharmadhātu now, being fully awakened state is called Dharmakaya, a wisdom body of the Buddha. Then you arrive at the path of normal learning, and everything becomes effortless. And that is permanent. That's why when you use like straightforward, is it Buddha is permanent or impermanent? Say permanent. And referring to what? Referring to Dharmakaya. That is the one that was defining characteristic of the Buddha is a Dharmakaya. And that is a permanent phenomena. And forever, it will never degenerate. And that is ultimate. But as far as concerned with the Buddha's form body, even though it's a Buddha, but it's impermanent. Like Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightened, aggregates, qualities. Even the Bodhisattva, like the Tara's emanation body in the Pure Land, their form bodies are all impermanent phenomena. But that doesn't discount, Buddha as a permanent phenomena. So abode of the Buddha Dharmas fully bear the fruit of practice. This fundamental change of the state is called the Dharmakaya. Verse 89, free from latent tendencies, you are inconceivable, free from latent tendencies. This one referring to this obscuration to omniscience or innate ignorance. So you can see innate ignorance means the opposite of the fully awakening of the nature. And as long as you carry, even in the form of wisdom, but which is not fully awakening, you have the element of the innate ignorance. So free from latent tendencies, you are inconceivable. Samsara's latent tendencies, they can be conceived. You are completely inconceivable. Through what could you be realized? So nothing more to realize. That's why I call no more learning. Beyond the entire space of speech, outside the range of any senses, to be realized by mental knowing, I bow to and praise whatever is suitable. You see? So, yeah. Everything is pressable, everything is pressable. Major and minor, like 80, 32, 80 major and minor marks, all this can be reason to praise. Mhm. Yeah, so therefore the summary is like, verse 88 to verse 90 is identifying the Buddhahood as a fundamental transformation. So this is not, inhalations, but complete purification, not inhalation, nothing to be inhaled. It's just a state of complete purifications of the factor, delusions of defilement, It's not something that you throw something and then you achieve something new. Mhm. So therefore the Dharmakaya is beyond conceptual thoughts, beyond language, beyond sensory apprehensions. You see, so therefore, Dharmakaya, the wisdom body, only can be perceived by those who achieve the wisdom body. Even the 10 Bhumi Bodhisattva cannot perceive directly. So I say, through what could the inconceivable be realized? Through what? The answer is that ordinary conceptual consciousness cannot realize it, only the non-dual wisdom. So even bodhicitta cannot. Only the non-dual wisdom, the wisdom of emptiness. So here comes the validating for the right result, we need the right cause, complete cause. Any cause cannot produce any result. You see, so even bodhicitta cannot produce dharmakaya because it becomes any cause, any result. So the dharmakaya has to be productions of wisdom of emptiness, only the non-dual wisdom. Yeah, so like that. So then verse 91 to 96. Is very much the connotations, coronations of the bodhisattvas. So it says, in this manner of the gradual, the verse 91, in this manner of the gradual engagement, the highly renowned children of the Buddhas, talking about Bodhisattva, Arya Bodhisattvas, through the wisdom of the cloud of Dharma, see phenomena as empty nature. So this is talking about like Arya Bodhisattva, from the first who achieved the path of seeing. Once their minds are cleansed completely from what? Completely from the conceptual dualism. They have gone beyond samsara's depth. They rest calmly on the throne. Those nature is a giant lotus. Never stay even though, so this is, you can understand like this. This Buddhist Arya. Okay. Yeah. So these Arya Bodhisattvas can be developed well still in the same lifetime, carrying our contaminated human body, same lifetime. But once you achieve the direct wisdom of emptiness, the Arya Bodhisattva path, you become like lotus. You are born from the mud, but stay unstained, like a lotus flower, born from the mud, but stay unstained. So like that. So this you can see, like the gurus, even in case like the gurus, like Sonless or like Geshe Lama Rinpoche, etc. Even in case that they may be ordinary, but they literally elucidated the direct wisdom of emptiness, the shamatha and direct, especially inside. And without doubt, they reach to Arya Bodhisattva level. But but they did that using these contaminated aggregates. Realistically, whether their life is still sentient being or not, we don't know. Of course, in our practice, we say they are Buddha, but possible. Even if in case it's not, then their area levels of quality is not stained by the contaminated aggregates of their body, or even they get sick, is they are not suffered. Even they die, they are not dead. They are not die. They already very much achieve like Vajra body. When you achieve the wisdom of emptiness, then your being become a diamond body. You see. So therefore, really, these masters, when they suffer, when they show the aspect of suffering, is it just a teaching or really suffering? We're not quite sure. But for our practice, we need to see, this is the manifestation, and from their side, this is just a teaching. You see, this is just a teaching, and those of the higher level of, let's say, like those who reach to even like eight bhumis, like that, then even during the post meditation, post observation meditation, while they are communicating with people, even we see that they have wounds, maybe they they have sickness, but they don't suffer. They don't suffer. Their being don't suffer, but body is decaying. You see. So sometimes I see like it's one of very clear example, like Geshe Lama Rinpoche, he manifested stroke, but you see, it's like totally, like he's limping, his body is limping, but you see very clearly that he's totally not even aware, as if like he's not limping, from his side. You don't see like that, so clear, And I saw this in my late master, Geshe Lama Konchog. 1 year he showed us the disintegrations of the body. And there's no one moment that you see distress, feel pain. But you look at the body, just go away from to the person, it's like, I think, going through so much pain. It's like unbearable pain like that, But when you look into the eyes, you see such a settled, blissful, like one of the, like really enjoying, it's like resting, like most comfortable, like at the beach, like that, you know. Uh, so you see, yeah, even just look into their eye, you see like this, you see. But do look down to the body, it's like no, it's like it looks so painful, If I need to be there, I think unbearable, I'll be screaming like that, So these are really illustrated by these masters, so true, Anyway, verse 93. Everywhere they are surrounded by lotuses that number billions, all pervasive, you know, all pervasive in time, all pervasive in any condition. The Lama Zopa Rinpoche, one time when I was Rinpoche's attendant, we traveled to Laudo and freezing cold, he is like I say, he still go like this, and you don't see that he's experiencing any kind of a cold, and every day in his room, like we just like some places, let's say like sometimes we are in Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, and sometimes it's like the hottest period, and for us it's really hot, right? So we on based on our own body need, you on the highest air condition, you completely off, same. There's no reaction at all, even from the physical level. Of course, emotional level, they don't react at all. You see, so that's really Then when they get food and when they don't get food, there's no reaction. You see? And they really, literally, like Lama Zopa Rinpoche, literally have no time. It's timeless. And many of you have experienced when he teach, really timeless. Timeless, like maybe like 12 hours later, one talk, one sitting, 12 hours later, he's still in the first moment. Or from the first moment, maybe he's already at the last moment. There's no difference between last moment and the first moment, or starting of the first hour to the 12 hour, literally. And sometimes, as attendants, well, we need to kind of like push him, sometimes even want to pinch him, because he's really not stopping, so we have no time. I have many stories. So just tell you one story. So yeah. So anyway, just a summary, okay? So some of you have been to Laudo, and from Laudo to reach to where the airport is, Namche Bazaar. Not Namche Bazaar, Lugla. So for normal people, like, just few hours and go down. There's one monk, he can go down, go up 2 to 3 times like that. But for us, walk slowly. I think, you leave morning, then you can reach there, or maybe in half day you may reach there. But it took 3 nights and 3 days for Rinpoche to reach that place. It's like overwhelming, or I don't know if that is the right word or not, but the expressions of bodhicitta, not leaving out even the tiniest end of frogs. The moment he see frogs, and then he give about, minimum 10, 15 minutes or half an hour teaching whole lamrim, reciting the mantras, and just before we did the trip, we did 1 week Nyungne fasting retreat with Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Can you imagine? It's 24 hours, like. So, so initially, of course, we want to, that someone is leading the road and say stop. Then drizzling, cold, and he say he need to lead. You see, so there's an ant crawling. The moment he saw the ants, the cows and frogs and the whatever, then whatever mantras on the rock or the little stupas, he would just go around and do prostration even in the mud, like that. So basically, we left the Laudo around maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, and we reached Namche Bazaar, the actual bazaar, which is just below down there. We reach the next morning, like that, Then from there carry on like that. So, so there's waiting. So many people waiting for him to bless, and he never like kind of give up one person, one house. So each time he's going to the house, of course, all these Sherpas, they have this altar. So the moment he sees altar, 35 Buddhas prostration. Then just standing, teach the whole lamrim to the people there, like that, So then, so the story cut short. Then, let's say, so he missed all his flight 2 days ago already. He's supposed to fly back to America, something like that, already missed. So there's one time that after miss and change all the flights, and that day that he's supposed to leave to airport, and suddenly remember that the Kopan nunnery have requested oral transmission of the Nyungne text, and you see, if I don't offer, then like, wow, the blessings, for them, they want to practice, you should offer. But then you're supposed to reach to airport in 1 hour, 2 hours ago. So this is the thing that, so it's like kind of like try to remove like a little bit of pinch, I say, split, you have to go like that. And they say, okay, like that. So until like for me, I give up. So then I then ask the driver to keep let him stop like that. So you see. So anyway, timeless, really, really timeless in the service of sentient being, in the service of virtue, then, yeah, as everybody knows, Rinpoche never sleeps 24 hours, not just for 1 week, not just for 1 month, 1 year, the whole life like that, you see. So even before he passed away, 24 hours, like that. And he has quite a lot of health matters physically, but it's never limits. This is how the Bodhisattvas conducts like that. Okay. So everywhere they are surrounded by lotuses that numbers billions. Is in another word, is like their bodhicitta and dharmakaya is like kind of all pervasive and without affected by any conditions. Even people draw blood on them, even people cause life on them, criticize them, never affected. Rather it's a tool for them to even engage with the sentient being. And no question about it, people express devotion. People, follow their advice, So unbelievable. So in their many jewels, petals, lights, and with enter of the enthralling beauty, everything is so amazing. I think many of you have experienced, just like you just want to look at him like that, like his holiness, right? Just is like never will satisfy looking at him, sit with him. It's like the joy, it's the impact, the positivity, like everything, you see. Because of the qualities, the characteristic of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, they adorn as ornament, to their body, speech. You see, just hear, even like feel like just want to hear the scolding also, even if it's scolding, just want to hear it, like that, and literally, even the scolding is like, wow, you get the best blessings, best initiation, So this is like that. So then verse 94, they overflow with tenfold power, immerse within their fearlessness, never straying from the inconceivable Buddha Dharmas without reference points. So it's like very much talking about all these are effortless, spontaneous, ever present. Then verse 95, through all their actions of the outstanding conduct, their merit and their wisdoms are complete. These full moons of surrounded everywhere by the star that are it is retinue. You see, so you can see, just for how to say, realistic level. Like just now on top, I was saying, each and every one of we follow Buddha, right? We took refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Each and every one of us has to be the embodiment, representative of Buddha. This was talking about. You see, now if you regard like His Holiness as a spiritual guru, each and every one of us is representative, his embodiment, his skillful means to reach out, benefit. If you are a student of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you are a student of Laksam Center here, each and every one of you, every one of us, the embodiment, emanations, representations of the Guru. Each and every one of us are poles of the Guru, poles of the Buddha. You see, this is the skillful means of the Guru or the Buddha. You see, there are numberless Buddhas out there, but why we have a connection with Shakyamuni Buddha directly, not with other Buddhas? There's a reason. Why even though there's so many enlightened gurus out there, but why only we have a connection with Dalai Lama, like Lama Subrahmanyam? Why? You see, so there's a karmic connection that we establish from beginning of lifetime, especially to the Buddha. Why Shakyamuni Buddha so special to us? When he was training on the path, he specifically make aspiration in relation to us, the people of the southern world, especially. Even though he did enlighten for the benefit of all sentient beings, but he made a special connection to us. These gurus are why coming in our way? They put effort. We did too in some way, but they also put effort, major effort. You see? So therefore, now when we make a connection, now we too also have our own special karmic connection. Each and every one of us have family members and our close friends, or a certain animal like a pet, your pet, not close with many other people, but close to you. You see? So now if you realize that you are the pause of the guru, pause of the bodhisattva, emanation with the guru, emanation of bodhisattva, now your duty is as a skillful means to the Buddha and Bodhisattva to directly benefit these people. It's to directly benefit these people. Like let's say like there's some like centers, directors, species, volunteers, special karmic connection to anyone who comes in this way. You are representative of the Guru. You are the embodiment of the Guru. You are the embodiment of the Buddha. And your first direct benefit to whom to offer is the people who comes in your, because it's even you wish to offer to the outside, but the karmic connection is not there. You see, so we all are the shine, the stars. We all are the like stars, that the retinues that come out from the Guru and Buddha to everywhere. So if we know this, it's very helpful, very, very helpful. So very much each and every individual uphold the legacy of the Buddha, legacy of the Guru in your own best environment, in your very best way, then Guru can benefit infinitely. Buddha can benefit infinitely because karma is matter, right? Even Buddha want to benefit, sentient beings' karma is not connected. How to benefit? They benefit always, but direct, impeccable benefit cannot because of the bondage of the karma. Okay, verse 96 is, in the sun that is the Buddha's hand, stainless jewels shine their light through empowering their eldest children. They bestow empowerment on them, So you see, so sometimes about this guru-disciple relationship, sometimes people feel not easy, it's very complicated. As long as you continue to develop bodhicitta, continue to develop compassion and wisdom, and when your merit is mature, then even until the 10 bhumi bodhisattva level, you didn't have a guru, but you need a guru to bestow the initiation to complete the path, right? Then they say Buddha Vajradhara himself will come in the form of guru to initiate you, So that also one thing, because sometimes we rushed, we think that, if we quickly don't search it, then, we will lost the opportunity, But of course, there's a great benefit if you're able to find, but if not, then also no need to worry because Buddha will come and initiate you. So this is very much describing the it's very much, what happens, within those 10 bhumis and what bodhisattvas, actualize, like such as direct realization of emptiness, and giving the example of the sitting on the vast lotus throne and is surrounded by the countless lotus realms, possess the 10 powers and the most courageous, fearless kind of dedications, perfect merit and wisdoms, then including of this, empowering us with, initiations like that. So this is very much like Buddha places their hand upon the Bodhisattva's crown and symbolizing the final confirmation of the complete awakening. This is what happened when we complete the path. Okay, now verse 97 to 98. This is talking about Buddha's activities. Abiding in these yogas that so great with the divine eyes, they behold worldly beings, what do you call? Debased by ignorance, distraught and terrified by suffering. Verse 98, from their bodies without effort, light rays beaming forth and open wide and gates for those who are engulfed in ignorance gloom. So it's very much talking about after awakening, then Buddhas perceive beings suffering through ignorance. Why? Yeah. So Buddha perceived, why sentient beings suffer. It's because of ignorance. That's why Buddha's main reason to benefit, main ways. One of the most effective way to benefit sentient beings is revealing the wisdom, which can purify the root cause, ignorance. This is also done through what? Through out of compassion. So then that's why they radiate infinite lights, teach Dharma, then they open the gate through the mandalas, like that. And all these activities done with effortless, spontaneously, yeah. So verse 99 and verse 101. So this is the true meaning, it's emphasizing very much the conclusion, the meaning of the nirvana or the Dharmadhātu or the Dharmakaya. It is held that those in the nirvana with the reminder onto the nirvana without reminder pass. But here the actual nirvana is, so this is actually directly describing about the nirvana. It's mind that free from any stain. So the Patyaka Buddha, Sarvaka Buddha, that's not ultimate Buddha. So the ultimate nirvana is the Dharmakaya state or the Buddhahood. Verse 100. The non-being of all beings is nature, it is spares. The mighty bodhicitta, seeing it, is fully stainless Dharmakaya. Verse 101. In the stainless Dharmakaya, the sea of wisdom find its place. Like with the variegated jewels, being's welfare is fulfilled from it. So ultimately, Nagarjuna is saying that in the true nirvana, the ultimate nirvana is the mind free from every stain. So therefore, Patyaka Buddha state, Sarvaka Buddha state, which is the nirvana peace, is not totally free from every stain, because the stain of defilement is still there. So the verse 100, directly identifies the spares of realization as the non-arising or emptiness of all being. The bodhicitta that directly realized this is the fully purified Dharmakaya. Like that. Then, the final verse, the 101, is in the presentation of the culmination. The stainless Dharmakaya is the abode of the wisdom. From it follow limitless compassionate activities. So wisdom helps to compassion to grow in the initial stage, in the middle. Then wisdom also help effectiveness of the compassion's activity. But then compassion also make wisdom to work to reach out to sentient beings. So both you need to practice in union. That way, then when you realize Buddhahood, this union quality is like spontaneously manifest in engaging sentient beings. And due to that reason, then the benefits are countless, like that. So it's given an example of the jewel is, just as the wish fulfilling jewel provide whatever is needed, and the Buddha spontaneously benefits sentient being accordingly, their mental dispositions and also their needs, like that, Yeah, so the conclusion is every being, the conclusion of this text is every being possesses the Dharmadhātu, but it is concealed by the advantageous obscuration, as mentioned at the introduction. So through bodhicitta, the paramitas and the 10 bhumis, these obscurations are gradually removed. What emerges is not the newly created enlightenment, but the full manifested of the stainless Dharmakaya that has always been present. Samsara and nirvanas are ultimately non-dual, and Buddhahood is the complete revelation of this reality, together with the limitless compassion activities for all beings. So therefore, you see, so you can read slowly, and especially after you get through some of the summary, then you will realize that, especially those of you who have studied like master programs and basic programs, discovering Buddhism, or many different courses, actually this text can give you the full kind of picture, in order, complete, and also the heart essence. So therefore, in fact, this text is actually very much like used as a root text to illustrations on many other teachings in the profound Dharma and extensive Dharma, like that. Okay, so rejoice, we completed it briefly. So thank you very much, and so we take a break for 15 minutes, or you want more? Half an hour? Is for tea time or what? You want, what is good? 15 minutes or 20 minutes? Okay, go the middle way. 20 minutes. Then there we do the refuge ceremony. Those of the freshly taking for you to take, then those of the others you can refresh, you can just rejoice. And also those of you who need to go somewhere, I think there are some people need to go, you can, now the text is complete. Okay, then we will do the conclusion, some prayers, and then, okay? Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Do we stop the recording for the ceremony, or do we also?
It's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Yes.
I have a question, Geshe-la. Thank you for the commentary. So, human beings have the possibility to realize Dharmakaya. So, and you say that Dharmakaya is permanent. But if there is no more sentient beings, is Dharmakaya still permanent? Or not?
Dharmakaya is permanent, yes. Then?
But if there is no more sentient beings.
There's a day that
because the
samsara become empty.
The universe make that it's the end of the universe, and there is no more the condition of living beings. Is there any more?
There's many other realms. The sentient being of this world, the world system is maybe like extinguished. No more southern world system, but there are many other world systems, and many other human beings from other world systems.
Yeah. So it makes the possibility Dharmakaya to be permanent.
No, that is not the reason Dharmakaya is permanent.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not the reason.
What is the
Dharmakaya is permanent because it's unchangeable. Yeah.
Ultimate truth.
Its ultimate truth is one of the characteristic, because in its nature, in its characteristic, nothing can be changed. Nothing can be like a kind of modify. Nothing conditioned. It's unconditional.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, you can enjoy coffee if you like to. Yeah.
So very basic.
So.
if I would, or if somebody would realize and then understand that there's no me and maybe for you and it's or there's no inherent existence. And also for other sentient beings, the only way to be liberated is also realize sentence. What could be, and this is the only way to be liberated. What could be a motivation to improve life conditions? Very simple life conditions. Or what would be a motivation to fight against injustice if it's not existing?
No, it's emptiness actually makes it realistic. Emptiness actually make us exist in a real person, real me, real you. It's not kind of banishing yourself and others. Emptiness. Therefore, emptiness. The meaning of emptiness is actually interdependently existent. The way how we perceive ourselves, we do not perceive the way we do not perceive the legitimate way. We perceive the first perception to ourselves is we perceive ourselves independent, inherent, existent, and that is false. Because there's no independent, inherent, existent me or self. But that doesn't mean I do not exist. I exist. How I exist? What is the legitimately existent I? Is interdependently existent I. The Tenzin Zopa, that who is there on the basis of correct basis, like such as my aggregates, such as this like special identity, which is different from other identities, and that Tenzin Zopa is so real, is me. I am samsaric person now. I can purify samsara one day, and I become just like the Buddha one day, which is same to everybody. So it's not denying the existent, denying the falsely established existence. So therefore, justice and all these are so real, and there has to be justice. Even in broader way, we are fighting for justice. We are fighting for justice within ourselves. Why I am still in samsara? That's so unfair. They're so unjust. Well-being, Buddha being, but I have to suffer. I have to experience samsara. What can be more unjust than that? Compared to the rest of whatever you feel unjust is so tiny compared to that. Because all the unjust things that we know happen because we are in samsara. And samsara is nothing other than being others' control, which is unjust. We should be free, right? We should be enjoying freedom, right? So liberation is freedom, enlightenment is freedom. But the thing is, we are in others' power, means we are under the power of karma, under the power of delusion. We are not free from, like yesterday we talked about the parliament, right? We are controlled by the delusional parliament. Our life is very much function in that way. That's unjust. But who make you to experience unjust, the delusions, the ignorance, the president? So we are literally practicing Dharma is fighting for justice.
So it's more about the interdependency.
So
understand that
interdependent
existence. Me, but I depend, or the definition of me depends on. Everything.
So even in our day-to-day, our realistic world, when we understand emptiness, then we understand from all anger what's going on, good or bad. We start to understand from all anger, from all factors. So there's no one entity to be kind of say, you are the problem, I am the problem. this is the problem, that is the problem. Actually, it has 10 direction. From all anger is there's a contribution to good also, there's contribution, bad also has a shared contribution by everybody. So realistic world, when we have the let's say even just the understanding, what emptiness is, interdependent existence, you realize that yes, it is so bad, but I can overcome, because it's all conditional. So if I create the opposite condition to purify this negative environment, I can do it. You see, if there's any good thing to be achieved, again, it's not only for somebody, for everybody. As long as you accumulate the causes and condition, can be achievable, because it's interdependent existence. If it's inherently existent, then cannot be changed. Bad means always bad, good means always good. So it is really good for our realistic world. When you have the emptiness mind, basically it's like you become very flexible.
So it means more things can be changed.
Things can be changed. All the bad things can be purified. All the good things can be improved. Yeah. So this and we have the potential, especially discussing through this teaching, and this is the essence of Buddha's teaching. Is not something that we try to achieve something from outside. That's why we have the potential. Already first thing is we have the potential to be happy. We have the potential to solve all the problems. We have the potential to be even Buddha, and that is very enlightening already. But the non-emptiness way is no, because it's like the problem is like kind of rooted there, and it's almost like it's impossible. It's like, because substantially it exists from their side. How can I able to change? Yeah. Thank you.
Venerable Zopa, what is the recommendation for an antidote against attachment and sadness?
Okay. Of course, it's like, let's say, straightforward. The answer, like what the scripture would give, is detachment, renunciation. Renunciation meaning, renunciation is very much the same thing as called detachment. Where the renunciation comes, where the detachment comes, by understanding there's no essence to the object that you attach. No ultimate essence, no ultimate benefit. Even there's a benefit, is so temporal. And not only that, there are much more greater things that you can inspire instead of attach, and you can receive the greater benefits. So then you kind of like let go. You kind of let go. When you understand it is limitations of no essence, then you tend to let go of grasping. So anything that you attach to, being around, having it, is not a problem. Grasping is the problem. Let's say it's no problem wearing beautiful clothes, comfortable clothes, living in a beautiful house, eating good food, no problem. But problem comes when you have attachment, when you kind of when you have a grasping of attachment. So grasping attachment is there's some kind of exaggerated fixation. Good as totally good, and has to be good all the time. But that against the nature, because nature is impermanent. Anything that attached to, it is very much a reflection of your mind. So therefore, it's samsara. That means how good also will not last, will not stay as beautiful all the time. So when that changes, when that reality kicks in, that's where the suffering comes. If something you attach, you have it, you are not upset, you're happy, right? And the thing that you attach always stay there, you're happy, right? But when you are unhappy is when things change, or when you lose the thing that you attach to, or when things that you don't like is not going away. That also attachment. You see, so renunciation is a key thing. You see, yes. So in order to see the renunciation, you need to reflect on the limitations. That's why there's a great amount of teaching in the gradual path and in the sutras dedicated to emphasize about describing flow of karma, flow of delusions, flow of samsaric existence. There's many pages talking about how filthy to be born in the hell realm, hungry ghost realm, animal realm, how filthy to be born in a human realm. No question about other places in other realms. But one way it talks about how precious, just now we talk about how precious the human life is. That also have a purpose. But also you need to know how filthy it is to be human also, just to be born, And because you have a choice not to be born, you have a choice to born somewhere else which is pure, like Pure Land, or such as the land of enlightenment. And we have a potential like that. So the sadness, there should be a reason, why you feel sad, right? Yeah, there are also some sadness. You don't figure it out. What is the reason? Just feel sad. So if you have a reason, then you need to tackle the reason. If the reason is you are sad, you feel that you are not worth enough, you are not appreciated, you are not loved, that's why I feel sad, then you don't have to, Then from Buddhist point of view, you say, numberless Buddhas love you. Not only Buddhas, anybody who practices bodhicitta, they loves you. Like, we express love before every teaching to numberless sentient beings. And I described briefly yesterday, all the formless beings, they know you love them. Even human being. Among us, we realize everybody love each other. Because everybody generated bodhicitta. We know. So now Buddhas there's a limitless Buddhas out there. Even in the human form, there's so many great Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. Literally like the Dalai Lama, he loves everybody. You see, so you are one of them that he loves you, So it's like, so we cannot just stuck with that one individual person that who say, I don't love you. Then you just like, there are many people who suffer like that because of she give up on me, he give up on me. No, I'm so sad, I want to die, like that, even though one or two person don't love you, they say whole world don't love me, but it's not true. So many people love you compared to how many people don't love you. You see? So like that. That's one of the thing. If it's low self-esteem, sometimes because of like feel no meaning in life, feel like kind of like worthless, then think of Buddha nature. My true nature is a Buddha being. You uphold that, like right there, like how you become confident, you become beautiful. You like kind of your sameness with the rest of the others, You never need to feel that you are something lesser than anybody else. You see, there are many people who feel sad because of they don't see their value. Like, I all the time talk about this. let's say like you're one person, no killing, especially like, to do with the practice of refuge. The precept of refuge is, if you are able to benefit sentient being, do so. If not, at least refrain from causing harm. The moment you have the precept of refraining from causing harm, you one person take it, entire numberless sentient beings' life becomes safer. And if you realize this, wow, I can impact the whole numberless sentient being with this, how to say, the thought that which is I'm capable to preserve, right? So you will feel like you are like your life, your meaning of life is like as infinite like a space, as a depth, profound like an ocean, great as like ocean. So this is something like that. Then sometime one of the suffering, sadness comes from too much of jealousy, ego. That also very bad. When you start to jealous about anything else, then that also very miserable. So antidote, rejoice. If someone has a, next door have just bought a flashy car, they say, "Oh, my home, rejoice." Good for you, and hope that you get more. It's like one of your friend, like suddenly, like, wow, come and tell you, "Oh, we are getting married." They say, "Oh, wow, like so excited," then if you're alone, then it's, don't depress, say rejoice, wonderful, well wishes, then you feel happy like that. Then you rejoice, I'm so happy I'm single. I don't need to go through all these troubles or relationships. Reflect, tell you, I'm so lucky, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. But for you, good for you. Go ahead. like that. An example. Then ego, ego. My late master always said, because as a human being, sometimes, like you are the lowest, sometimes you're too harsh. But he says that you can say, at least there's the earth underneath. Otherwise, everything is above you. Everything is above you, He said, you think like that, he said, then you never suffer from ego, ego pride. That's very, very torturing emotion. You see, but then you see like that everybody. So now someone who introduced to this kind of teaching, you see everybody has Buddha nature. Everybody, in fact, is a Buddha. So how can at least sameness, so everybody is amazing. Everybody's even to the worst person, even that person destroy the whole world also, you don't give up on them seeing some goodness. You say, at least the person's true nature is Buddha nature. You see? Like that. So there are many, many reasons, I think. Yeah, thank you. But sometimes there's no reason, then just think of the gurus, think of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, especially gurus, some of the good, amazing human beings, they do many great things. Just think of them, just like, wow, there are so many good people, like that, Okay, now the final one is, whenever you feel sad, go for running. Go for a walk, go for coffee, go for chocolate, sing song, guitar, whatever you like. Just don't close the window and don't go inside the bed. If you can sleep, go to sleep. Otherwise, don't stuck there. Just get out. Get out. It's very helpful, Just get out and just take one few steps. You're already good. Like that. So just some suggestions. Okay. Yeah. Seems like you all renounce coffee, right?
Yeah, I don't want to keep the people.
Don't worry. Please carry on.
Sure,
Yeah.
apologies. So the emptiness and then the dependence is actually for all the sentient beings, in that it's not only for humans, right? Or it's for any sentient being in any of the realms. That means even the form and matter and everything else is actually relative. So an example above, water is water for humans, but not necessarily for other sentient beings. So the
Water is not for other sentient beings?
water is water, the label water, the name water. It's for humans, not for all sentient beings. They don't see.
Water is not for all sentient beings?
Oh, you said it. That's an example. The hungry ghost sit and blast and.
Okay, that's different thing. Water is for everybody.
That's what we say. And sentient beings is all included for.
You say water is only for human beings. How can you say like that?
We see water as water. We call it. We name it water, and we see it as water.
No. From our side, water is for everybody. Even to the Buddha, even to the pretas.
Yeah, but those are in the.
What they see is their problem. You should offer as a water.
That's what there is there.
What they see, pretas, they see blood is their problem. It's not your problem. You don't offer blood to the pretas. You should offer, if possible, nectar, if not at least water.
But what nectar is for you is different. What's nectar for a lion?
That's individual problem.
No, that's your dependence and being aware of the.
No. From your side, you offer the best. So this water is the best. I have it in my hand. I don't have nectar in my hand. I offer this for everybody.
No. Almonds are great, but people that are left to almonds. So your
almond. No, from your side, almond is edible. You offer to everybody. Not only to those who like almond. I offer to everybody. Why not? Almond is edible, right?
It can be,
but they cannot eat means their problem. It's not your problem.
It can be if I kill them. It can be if I kill them.
Can be what?
It can be if I kill them. If I offer something and I don't tell them.
That's they have to refuse,
But
they have to know.
Again, I don't want. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to think if I don't.
Okay. Let's say food. Food is for everybody, right? Okay, food. Just answer yes or no. Food is for everybody, right? Food is for all the beings, right? Food. I'm not talking about almond, okay? Food is for every being, right?
Deities?
Deities also, of course. Deities, yes. Where? We have got anything? No. Okay, upstairs, whatever food, all the for deities. We offer some more. We offer the deities first. So food is for everybody. But some people cannot eat food. If they eat food, they die. So this is their karma, their problem. But from your side, your offer is a food for everybody. How can you say the food is only for my family, only for other people, only to the eatable one? You don't have to be so difficult with that. You should be relaxed and say for everybody. But whether you can eat, you display salad, fruits, and cakes and the sweets. Those who have diabetes, they will just don't eat the sweet. Those who have a carbo problem, they just avoid the carbo. They will just eat the salad, right? From your side, it's just offer whatever is eatable.
But what is
that's why when we offer mandala opening, right?
But then
Imagine also offer, the actual also offer, right?
But the food is the effect of the cause, with the cause is the motivation, which is the offer.
Yeah, I think you should go to Sera, because the moment I see you, I want to debate with you.
That's why I told her the debate is on Tuesday.
Yeah. So I think I need to call the monastery and say there's one great scholar from Switzerland coming to join the Geshe program, but everybody get ready.
Okay, I didn't know, but I
No, don't stop.
I cannot.
Don't worry about other people. You just present whatever you like.
Temporary agree.
Temporary agree.
Yes.
No, you cannot.
So the biggest thing about
No. Don't worry about them. If they need to go home, they will go home. We can debate until cow come home. That's what they say. When the debate is not ending, then also not conclusion. Then anyhow debate, and they say, okay, you debate until come home.
Permanent.
Okay, don't go there. Really, we did a debate until come home. Okay.